What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, IG, TikTok, bottom of the video, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today, we're gonna be talking about Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this couple, the highly publicized couple, Iman Shumpert used to play in the NBA for the Knicks. He was on the 2016 Cavs team that came back with LeBron.
Cleveland, this is for you.
And I don't know who else off the top of my head, but those two come to mind right now. Pretty decent role, 3-and-D guy. Teyana Taylor, she wears a variety of hats. She's an artist, creative, dancer. She does a lot of things. So you definitely heard of Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert before, at least if you're on the internet. I would assume so. So yeah, so those two obviously we know as they been married for a couple years now. They have a couple kids together, but obviously recently everybody's seen that they had filed for divorce. Now last week it was leaked what was in the divorce settlement, or at least what we thought was in the divorce settlement. I'll read it to you. This is what supposedly was in the settlement. Teyana Taylor receiving 4 houses valued at over $10 million, a one-time 7-figure payment, and various luxury vehicles, including a $300K Maybach, $70K Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains 100% ownership of her companies. Furthermore, Iman Shumpert is obligated to provide $8,000 per month in child support for their daughters and cover the full cost of their private education. So that sounds like a lot, honestly. And I'm gonna be honest, it sounds like too much because, like I said, Iman Shumpert was a good, decent role player and shit like that, but when he played in the NBA, obviously, millions. It's a good money for anybody who's not making it, but compared to what these niggas is making now and role players and shit, it's not the same. So now if he was playing today, it would make sense. But I think I looked it up. If I remember correctly, he only made like 40 million in his career. So I mean, you have other investments, maybe endorsements, shit like that. But it's a lot of money for what they're saying. Cause look, we got 4 houses valued at over 10 million. There go 10 right there. A one-time 7-figure payment. So we don't know how much that is. That could be at least 1 million. So let's say that's 11 right there. 300K in a Maybach, 70 in a Mercedes Sprinter. That's what, 370. So what's that, like 11.4 right there. 100% ownership of the companies. 8,000 a month. 8,000 a month comes out to what? 12. 96,000 a year. And the cost of private school education, depending on location, that could be over 20,000 a year. So we talking about something that involves at least, like, let's just say like 12, 13 million. And that's really not considering the ongoing payments of the 8,000 and the education. So there's a lot of money involved. Now I don't know. I just think that's a lot of money. Like, for somebody who, let me make sure his career earnings. Yeah, so let's say he only made 48. Now he did get the 10 years, so he does get, like a pension, retirement, shit like that. So that also goes into his earnings, but that's just a lot of money tied in for 48 million. And you gotta think that's his earnings. So really, when taxes come in, you cut that in half, he really only made 24. So 24 and something that's tied in 12. I mean, I guess he got another 10 million to play with, I guess. But you spend it on life things and other shit like that. So that's just a lot of money. Now, the rumor what recently came out, and what's been a thing now, is that it is supposedly all of this wasn't true. Teyana Taylor files a petition against Iman Shumpert saying those divorce reports were fake. So basically, she said, how we basically detailed that it was a settlement and basically everything was coming from Iman to Teyana. She basically said that it's not true. She said the parties only got what was awarded by the court, including vehicles and a tour bus, which she said she paid for her on her own. She said the Maybach was purchased after Iman crashed, totaled, and abandoned her Rolls Royce and never purchased it. So that's the 300K Maybach and the 70K Sprinter I just said. And it says, as for the other reports, Teyana says she was awarded 4 properties and Iman was awarded 3, including the Miami condo she says he originally gifted to her. So it doesn't exactly say, about the She said she was awarded for 4 properties and he was awarded 3, but it doesn't really exactly say who exactly owns what or who exactly. Well, besides the Miami one at the end, but besides that, it doesn't exactly say who owned what or who bought what. So yeah, it's a tricky situation. Um, I felt like her thing kind of makes more sense. One, if you, I don't. My only thing is, what is he benefiting from saying that she got all these things besides maybe a PR move, but it's not exactly a PR move because we understand how married it wasn't. It's not really gonna be looking negative on her, so I didn't understand how it could be fake. But her actually putting a petition in the court, it probably is. And I just said like I just feel like it was a lot of money tied up. For her money not to be included somewhere, because obviously she getting the bag too. She not, it's not like he, got some IG model pregnant. Like she, is a woman who has a lot going for herself and shit like that. So I just felt like it was gonna be it was just a lot of money for it just to be all his, and now that I see his other parts of the settlement, I mean it's a lot different. But yeah, marriage can be a tricky thing. I'm actually not a super big fan of prenups because I feel like prenups, meaning that you're thinking about the end and meaning doom, but they can be they're absolutely necessary in a lot of situations. So I get them, but shit, you see what happened with this one. But at this point, it's kind of different when it's a little different when y'all basically at even playing fields when it come to money and shit. Like he probably made a little bit more just because he's an athlete, but she's still getting bigger bags now than he is retired. You feel me? So they money gonna really even out. Like so, it's a little different when y'all both in the same playing field compared to when one's here and one's there. So it's definitely a tricky situation. I thought it was an interesting situation, but shit, that's really all I gotta say there. So like, share, subscribe, comment, IG, TikTok, Bonaville, and we out.